Pavel Mintyukov is taking the NHL by storm this season. I did not see this coming. I don't think most hockey media, fans, observers, scouts, teams saw this coming either. But what a joy it has been. The style that he brings, offense, defense, transition, power play, penalty kill. He's been doing it all. So today on the channel, we are going to break it all down in his latest game against the Arizona Coyotes. This should be a really fun one. Let's jump right into it. Before we jump into the video, I do want to let you know that we are going to continue doing videos on the YouTube channel here at Crash the Pond. However, we are going to start offering videos at our Patreon page. This is really going to help us keep bringing these videos to you, keep bringing out more and more content, NHL, AHL. So if you want to help support us and really keep this thing going, and also get more exclusive content, head over to patreon.com/crashthepond. We'll put the link in the description. Without further ado though, let's start this video. First play, really simple one here, but some nice layers to it. Lyubushkin up to Mintyukov. Great pass reception in his skates. Cross ice pass over to Vetrano, really stretching out and widening the ice. We're going to run it back here one more time. Outside edge of his skate, head up. Cross ice leads to a shot, although it is blocked. So what I really love about this play is the fact that as the puck is coming to him, it's a pass in the skates. It's not a good pass. There's the old saying, you can't give an NHL player a bad pass because they're always going to catch it. They're always going to find a way to control it. I don't think that's necessarily true. There's some NHL players are not as good as at this as others, and also some NHL players aren't as good at making tape-to-tape passes as others. But here, Pavel really unfazed that you can see that puck's going to his skates. Just has the wherewithal to allow the puck to just hit the outside edge of his right skate blade. So here in this clip, keep an eye on this right there, that outside edge. It's just going to hit his skate. Boom. Nice and calm, cool, collected. Picks up his head and sees that he's got that option on the other side of the ice. A lot of players, a lot of young defensemen, they have all this open ice. They have all this time and space. Maybe they get excited. Maybe they charge ahead. Instead, Pavel gets a full read of the ice. You can see he looks left to right, gets a full read of the entire situation, sees that the best play is actually to try to stretch out the Coyotes, hit the man with speed. It doesn't lead to really anything, but it's a great process overall from Pavel, both in terms of the hard skills, the ability to catch a pass, and then the soft skills in terms of recognition, reading the entire sheet of ice. It's just great stuff. It's a great start, but there's a lot more to get into. One of the hallmarks this season to me of Pavel Mintyukov is his ability to keep plays alive at the offensive blue line. And here on this clip, you're going to see him do that 3 times, 3 different occasions. He's able to keep the play alive, whether it's using his stick, using his skates, using his hand. He is just so aggressive, and it has not bitten him yet. It's actually really crazy that even in this small sample, you would think it would have popped up. So let's let it roll. You can see him at the blue line by the Coyotes bench, dumps it back in. Coyotes are looking to break it out, reloading. Zegras comes in at the F1, then it's Vetrano's the F1, and Mintyukov's just waiting for them at the blue line. You see that 2 separate occasions. He keeps it in. Let's roll it again. Right there, stick lift, dump in, trying to reload, Ducks applying pressure. There he is again, just twice in a row. So what do I love about this clip? Let's go back to the beginning here. As that puck is coming out, watch how Mintyukov is able to he's really shadowing his man. He's really not allowing for a clean breakout, and you're going to have to bear with me here with some of these drawings because I'm using a Bluetooth mouse and it is just not pretty, but he's really staying on his man. And what that does is as the puck is going to come up to him, that man, who I think here is 63 in white, is just not going to have a lot of time and space, and that pressure is just so hard to deal with. So he's all over him, steps up, dumps it right back in. One more time. So puck comes out, and Pavel just jumps up. I mean, he tries to go for the stick lift, not even necessary. Now the Coyotes are reloading, trying to get things going, and the Ducks are just really relentless with their pressure. And right there, you can see that as that puck comes up, look where 34 is. Look where our man Pavel Mintyukov is. Right here. Oh my gosh, these drawings. That's okay. Bear with me here. We're going to grind this one out. All over him, not allowing him to make a clean play, a clean exit. And so the Coyotes get it back because Mintyukov just kind of bumps it back in. And, oh, nope, never mind. I'm just going to bat that down, Mutombo style, just denied. I mean, how are you supposed to break it out of your zone if you have this type of pressure? I mean, forget the Pavel Mintyukov element of this for just a second, but the Ducks' team-wide pressure is just great to see. Mintyukov there keeping it in, pressure at the blue line, Zegras all over the puck, Vetrano all over the puck, and then Pavel steps up twice. I mean, it's just that aggressive energy and persistence is something that is going to keep coming up here as we go through the video. Maybe the most impressive thing to me about Pavel Mintyukov so far this season is that if you go back on this channel, you'll see that we did a video of his performance at the rookie faceoff, and he was doing some amazing stuff. And the play I'm about to show you, you can go back to that video that I'm talking about, the rookie faceoff in Vegas, or it was Henderson, I don't remember. He made very close to this exact play. And now here we are, 10 games or whatever into the actual regular season NHL season, and he is still doing it. This level of aggressiveness, this might not even be hyperbole. I don't think I've ever really seen it from a defenseman, at least not in this way. There are very aggressive defensemen in the NHL, but just watch here, folks. Mintyukov bringing up the ice. Nice name tag there, so I don't have to point him out. Dumps it in, follows his dump in, applies pressure. Puck comes up. Troy Terry scores. I mean, but let's go back to the beginning. Again, I'll just play it one more time so we're all on the same page. Building speed, crossovers, forward crossovers. You love to see that. Dumps it in. Follows his own dump in. Lays the body. And that eventually gets the puck out to Terry, who scores. I mean, it's really, really impressive stuff. So let's build out here from this breakout. Watch Pavel's feet, building speed with what we call forward crossovers. So he's crossing over in sort of a straight line. It's more of like a snake line, but what that's allowing him to do is build that speed, much more efficient. And then here at this blue line, a lot of defensemen, to me at least, when you're at this point, everyone else on your team is static. Everyone else is kind of waiting for you because you have made the decision to take it all the way up. You're really not left with very many good options, especially as the Coyotes crowd the picture. But what Pavel does, and what we've seen him do, is he'll just dump it in and follow it and basically become the F1. So watch this. Dumps it in. Nope, I'm going to stick with it. Lays the body. And I think that's Leo Carlson back there jumping in. And puck finds its way out to Terry, leads to a goal. I don't know if I love this puck tracker, but that's a separate conversation. But again, just watch this, building that speed, head up, and you can see that he was scanning. It's not just like he's bull rushing up the ice. Watch his head. He looked at Terry, quick look, point of no return for some, not for Pavel Mintyukov. Follows that, dump in all the way. And he's done this repeatedly this season, right? And you may think it's not a big deal or it's a small detail, but this puts so much more pressure, whether it's at 5-on-5 or on special teams, on the opposition. So as we get more into this video, just keep in mind that aggression from Pavel Mintyukov and how it's just really paying off for him. Folks, I kid you not. When I watched this clip for the first time, I did not watch the game live, so going through Pavel's shifts in preparation for this video, I gasped when I saw this sequence from Pavel Mintyukov. It led to the Ducks' second goal of the night, and the layers of excellence on this play, on both ends of the ice, both sides of the puck, just outstanding. Roll it here. Breakout from the Coyotes. Great angle by Pavel. Immediately breaks up the play. Brings it back up the ice. Dumps it off. Net drive. Damn near scores off the post. Puck comes out to Troy Terry, who collects the rebound and scores. But man, let's run it one more time. Breakout by Arizona. Perfect angle by Pavel there. Collects it, head up, scanning, give and go. I mean, this is something that Greg Cronin talked about. I'll play it one more time because it's just that great. But Greg Cronin talked about it, that he has noticed in Pavel in his game so far, is that he understands that sometimes if you giving the puck up is actually the better play, because if you give it up, you'll probably get it back as opposed to trying to do it all on your own. And I mean, that's really what happened here. So what do I love about this play besides all of it? Let's break it down. So as that puck is coming up from Arizona, watch the angle that Pavel Mintyukov takes to block it off. This is something that's talked a lot about in hockey, angling, and particularly defending forward. So can you arrive at the puck in an arc to then completely negate your opponent's opportunity to even get the puck, or at least to be able to make a good play with it? And watch the route, watch the angle that Pavel takes here. So comes in a little bit of a arc, we'll call it. It's almost a straight line, but he just has that gap and that timing down so perfect that whoever that Coyote was doesn't even have a chance at the puck. Again, this angling to me is just so exceptional. And that the fact that he's doing this at 19, this is the kind of stuff that takes guys a couple of years to figure out. I mean, this is not easy. This is high-level stuff here from Pavel without the puck, mind you. And he's got it down, right? So he kind of comes in at a little bit of an angle, a little bit of an arc, and then as he sees that it's a bad puck, that player in white doesn't have full control of it, he's able to then just step up and kill the play entirely. Like, there is just absolutely zero chance for Arizona player here to even make any play on the puck. Boom, hits him, separates him from the puck, and now we go. So brings it up the ice, and what I love here is that Pavel gives it up to get it back. So he sees that it's a 3-on-2 and immediately gives it up to, I think it was, I don't know, it might have been Fowler. I don't know who's that other player on the top, but gives it up, goes around, and becomes an option. And what that does is it makes this an even better play, right? Because if he just attacks through the middle here, he's going to get clogged up by those two defenders, and it's not going to become anything. Instead, by giving it up early and driving, this is something that we've talked about in previous videos, but doing a bit more of a wide drive instead of a center lane drive, he is making this a better play. He's making it the best play, as we talked about in one of the earlier clips. So gives it up to Fowler, gets it to Miukov, and now look at this. I mean, this is exactly what Cronin is preaching, right? Give it up to get it back in a better position. Now he's all alone, has Vejmelka at his mercy, tries to go to the backhand because he sees that Vejmelka is sliding over, kind of overcommitting in a way, and just rings it off the iron. And Terry's able to pot it home. But man, just the layers of good in this play. I don't think I've been this hyped up watching a clip this season. And there's been some damn good ones, like Leo Carlson comes to mind. But, I mean, the angle, the perfect timing, and then just that head-up play, super intelligent, super skilled. I just don't know how you can't be just over the moon with this player. I'm trying not to set the bar too high for him, but he's done that himself, and we just got to roll with it, enjoy the vibes, because what we're seeing here, again, I'm playing it for like the 10th time, it's just immaculate. It's just great. Next clip, just throwing this in here because I'm really enjoying the pass reception ability by Pavel Mintyukov. So watch him, top of your screen. Again, that outside edge of his skate blade. It's just a really subtle thing, but that ability to get passes on the fly, on the move, it's just so much fun to watch. And it takes confidence to actually even attempt this kind of pass reception, right? To know that you can deaden the impact with your skate blade. It's just great to see. I don't really have a whole lot else to add, but I just really wanted to share this with you guys because it's fun to watch. Just another ridiculous sequence from Pavel Mintyukov. We're going to play it here in its entirety, but getting it done in all three zones. Watch for him. He is right by his own net here. We're going to play this clip through, and that is a crummy circle. All good, though. We're going to play this through a couple times just so you guys can really get the full picture. Goes in, shoulder check, head fake. Clear doesn't go through. Stays in the picture, stays in the fight. Uses stick to break up that play. Stick lift, gets it out. Now joins the rush. Becomes an option for Zegras. Give and go to the net. And nothing ends up coming of it. But going back to the beginning, he is affecting the play everywhere. This entire sequence is him, basically. Right? Staying in that battle. Basically taking on two guys at once. And then activating. This isn't common for defensemen, right? A lot of defensemen, after that battle is won back in the D zone, they are staying back. Instead, he jumps up and becomes an option. But really what I love here is just off the first retrieval, shoulder checking, and that subtle little edge fake. It actually really throws off the forechecker, the F1 here, 63. Watch how he kind of leans his left shoulder and the left side of his body just a touch. Not a lot here, but it's enough to throw him off. Whoop. Look at that. Just buys him a ton of space. Quick. And then all of a sudden, tries to get it out. Doesn't work. Stays in. Stays with his man. Stays tight on 63. But breaks up the pass. Breaks up the play of Zegras' man. So he's simultaneously staying on his own man, 63, but he actually breaks up the play of his teammate's guy. And then lifts the stick of 63. You see that subtle little stick lift. So puck comes in. Stick lift, nope, that's mine. Tape to Zegras. And now he's jumping up. You know, Lyubushkin is staying back, you know, as most defensemen probably would. Mintyukov, though, jumps up. And it's that give and go we talked about earlier. Becomes an option. You know, here maybe if you want to nitpick, as he's dumping it off, maybe this is where you go center lane drive instead of kind of popping out. You know, try to take that guy with you. But, again, we'll play one more time here. But just so much fun, so impressive the way he's affecting the play in all three zones. And you know, this is just not normal for a defenseman. You know, there aren't too many D-men that I've watched over the years who are able to affect the play like this all over the ice. One last time here, but, you know, makes himself available. Nothing comes of it, but just special stuff. So, to me, this is one of Pavel Mintyukov's defining traits. Look for him. He is by the advertisement, by the blue line. This is off a face-off. This is at 5-on-5. And one of his defining traits to me is he is always looking to either sell the inside option or attack the inside option. And because he does it often enough, defenders actually have to respect it. He's always threatening the inside. And what I mean by the inside is the middle lane, so between the face-off dots. But watch as the puck comes to him. Off this face-off. Ducks win it cleanly. Whoop. Little inside sell. Lower the shoulder, keep the play alive, get it back to the point. Nothing ends up really coming of this, but we're going to run it one more time because I think it's just noteworthy, and he uses this move a lot, both on the right side and the left side. Acting basically as a forward here, but remember, he's a defenseman. That little inside shimmy. Whoop. Nope, I'm gone. And really what he's doing here, so now we're going to back up a bit, is he's attacking, you know, what I would say is the leverage of his defender. So you can see number 9 in white is overcommitted. All of his momentum is taking him away from the puck. And Mintyukov recognizes that immediately and attacks that, goes in the opposite direction. And he's just gone, right? So it's that subtle inside fake to outside move. And there just aren't many defensemen who this is their default. This is how they're always thinking. And yet Pavel Mintyukov does it multiple times a game. And even on a play where it doesn't lead to a scoring chance, it doesn't lead to anything noteworthy, it does maintain possession for his team. And over time, that adds up and that makes you a winning player. I mean, you see it in his analytics, how the Ducks are really controlling the game when he's out there in terms of shot attempts, expected goals. And I mean, to me, this is why. Again, on this clip, you are going to see Pavel's ability to threaten really from all areas of the ice. So watch behind the Ducks net, gets involved in a puck battle, recovers it, dodges traffic, and immediately he's jumping out, creating a numerical advantage. It was a 4-on-3 for a second. Now the Ducks are able to get established in the offensive zone. And watch 34. Watch how he, on that weak side, the weak side defender, or weak side attacker, I should say here, look how he's really threatening 63 and making him have to stay aware of his positioning. You know, this is something that I'm trying to incorporate more into my analysis when watching and reviewing games, is that weak side defender, because it can be a real stressor on the defenders. So back to the D zone here, getting it out, immediately jumping up, immediately making this a more difficult picture for the Coyotes and a better picture for the Ducks. And now he's just going to kind of lurk. Look at him in that left face-off circle as the Ducks finally get true possession. 63 is in no man's land here. And he's trying to create options, trying to put a stress on the defense. It doesn't quite work out there. But what I just love about this play is that he wins a battle behind his net, right? Not easy to do. 19 years old, physical maturity's not all the way there, but looks pretty good right now. And as soon as he wins that battle, you know, he's not satisfied. He is jumping up into the play, creating an option. Look how much better that picture looks now because Pavel is there. Now Terry has that short option. Doesn't take it though. That's okay. Skates. Eventually gets it to Pavel. Lacombe has to get off, so the numerical advantage goes away. That's okay. Pavel just kind of gets it deep. Doesn't really have much option there. Maybe you'd like to see a delay instead of just dumping it off. That's something that he could probably add to his game if I'm going to be nitpicky. But now he's what we call it. I mean, I think this is what it's called, surfing the weak side. So 63 is in no man's land. Pavel jumps in, tapping the stick. Nothing doing, though. But it's that constant pressure, that constant threat that he's creating. So interesting. There aren't many defensemen that I've seen. Stop me if you've heard me say that during this video, but there aren't many defensemen I've seen who are just constantly threatening like this on the weak side. It's something that's definitely being preached more and more in modern hockey. And I think that, you know, you think back to Pavel playing in Saginaw, very modern offensive approach over there, and this might have been something that he picked up along the way, but really trying to make himself a threat at all times. This is where I might be a little nitpicky of Pavel Mintyukov, and I will fully admit that this is going to be a bit of nitpicking, but Ducks on the power play, so we're going to have to deal with the dumb puck tracker. I hate it. Point shot. Gets it on net. Troy Terry trying to maintain possession. Gets it to Pavel. Great inside-out move. Point shot again. Troy Terry trying to recover possession. Not really succeeding fully, but Carlson gets on it. Then a great pass over to Zegras. Terry on net. Ducks just going really quick here on their shots, which I don't love. Not a ton of setup in those last couple. I don't know if that's something they're preaching. Don't love it. But then Pavel with a great little head fake there to get it over to Carlson. And that to me is the dichotomy. So a lot of the times Pavel will just rip it on net. And if you followed Crash the Pond at all, you've heard us talk, I hate point shots. I just don't think that they really work. There's numbers to back that up. They are low success shot. Yes, there is a screen there, but it's Max Jones. I'm going to leave it at that. Goalie has plenty of time. It's just a low probability shot, and Pavel just loves him a good point shot. And here I love the inside out move. Love that. Great skill. But then, he's just kind of looking around, has options, but instead just rips it on net, just kind of forces it. It's a low upside play, in my opinion. You can hate on it, you can disagree. But then there, love the idea. Get it across the ice, widen the ice, get it over to Zegras, get it over to that flank. Love that idea. And then love this play right here. Draws in the defender, sees that he's got him leaning, stick extended, head fake, and then gets it back to Leo Carlsson with a no-look pass. That is great stuff. So use that shot threat. Sure, maybe that's what he's setting it up for. Maybe that's why he's ripping all these point shots, is because he wants to set up the shot threat to then sell it for a pass. Maybe that's what it is, but I just hate these shots, if I'm going to be honest. These just don't do anything for me. I love the aggressiveness, and I've seen Pavel walk it in more. So if you're going to take these shots, don't like it, but if you're going to, let's take them from further in the blue line. So you see the Kettle 1, not a sponsor, but you see the Kettle 1. Let's get past the K. Let's get inside that ice. And yes, I know there's pressure there, but maybe at that point you dump it off, create a better option. But maybe this is what they're telling him to do. But this shot right here, to me, yes, you've got Max Jones in the slot, in front of the net as the net front guy. But there's just not a lot of traffic. You're so far away. Look at all the ground you've got to cover. I'm just not a fan. Nothing comes of it. If you have like a Joe Pavelski in front of the net, who's a great tipper of the puck, different conversation, maybe. Still don't love it. Here, this is another forced job to me. Now, I will give him a little credit. There is a bit more traffic here, some more bodies. You can see that Vejmelka's having to have his head up to track the puck. But still, it's not a high percentage play, and you have better options. Keep the puck moving on the wing. This could be something that Newell Brown and Greg Cronin are preaching to these guys, is to get quick shots off. You've seen that in different instances, like, for example, that Terry shot. Don't love that at all. Very forced, very quick. And I think that this is what I would like to see. Sell, boom. Let's get some cross-ice movement. That is probably going to be my biggest nitpick of Pavel in this entire video. So there you go. Last but certainly not least, we're going to see some great activation off the blue line by Mintyukov. So you can see him, bottom of your screen, 34. He is out there with the Ducks' fourth line, and it doesn't matter. He's still playing just as aggressively, just as offensively minded. So watch here as the puck was stuck behind the net. Ross Johnston gets it back to the point, and Mintyukov gives and go with Sam Carrick, and then damn near creates a grade A scoring chance. So we're going to run it here one more time. Leeson brings it in, gets rubbed out along the wall, falls over. Johnston, recovery. One touch pass by Mintyukov, give and go. And man, Leeson could have scored there if he had just had his head up a little bit more. But what I love about this play is the fact that Pavel is just always, this is stuff, again, that I was saying earlier in the video that he was doing in the rookie face-off tournament, and he's still doing it in real NHL games. So here you can see that the defenseman, or the defender, I should say, all his momentum is taking him forward. Pavel reads that, so he's got a good pre-read before he even gets the puck. Uses that momentum against him. So immediately goes, and you can see that Carrick is really looking for him. And, man, whoever, I think that's 53 in white, whoever that is, you've got to know at this point that that's something that Mintyukov's going to do. You can't be surprised when there's a give and go from the point. Like, this is just part of his arsenal. So recognizes he's got the leverage, goes, really bad effort, I would say, from 53, or just not smart. And here, right at the moment of truth, you can see Leeson try to pop out, and I think he gets his stick tied up. Hard to say, but what I love here is that Pavel is doing the opposite we were talking about in the point shot clip, where he's looking for the most dangerous area. He's trying to generate the most dangerous chance possible. Give, go, and you can see Leeson try to pop out right at the last second, right at the moment of truth, and it just doesn't connect. But man, love the aggressiveness from Miukov. Loved making this video. This was a lot of fun, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As I said off the top, if you want to help support this channel and if you want more exclusive content, I'm going to be doing prospect videos over at our Patreon page, patreon.com/crashthepond. Going to be doing more of these types of videos, NHL videos over there as well. Make sure to go over there. I'm going to put the link in the description, but hoping to have an Olin Zellweger goals video up there soon. We'll still have videos up here on the channel as well, but Patreon is really going to become the foundation here to try to keep this thing going. It helps us out tremendously. Thank you for watching, though. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to support Crash the Pond. And with that, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.